Hey class, Alex here. Because your next sets of presentations are coming up soon, and now that I've graded a few of all of your presentations and I've noticed sort of like general trends, I just wanted to make this video as like the weekly update to sort of give you a recap on what the expectations are now, because now that you've been in the class for a while and you've given at least one speech, I just want to reiterate what the sort of the expectations are, because from this point forward, I am going to actually be more critical and actually start nickel and diming you on your scores. So I have the rubric right here, if y'all can see it. So in general, in terms of how I'm grading you in terms of your audience members, how your verbal delivery, your body language, the content of your message, your use of presentation aids, and your feedback. So in general, so for audience members, again, you need at least 3 audience members in your speech videos. Like if some of you, for some of you who don't physically have people around you, what some of your classmates do is like they'll just be on their phone with like on a Zoom call or like a Facebook, or not Facebook, like an Apple Messages call, and like I'll see their audience members on the call while they're recording on their computer. So I want to see at least 3 audience members because the minimum is 3 people. Um, if you can't get 3 people physically with you, do it on Zoom or do like a video call and have like the audience members like on your phone next to you while you're recording on your computer or something like that. Or as some of you have done, you can record yourself at work, get some of your coworkers to be your audience members. And for those of you who don't like really are remote workers or something, some of your classmates literally record in public spaces. One of your classmates, or at least one of my students, gave a presentation about film while recording in front of a movie theater, and that was super cool. So in terms of like what I'm looking for, again, I need at least 3 people. I need to see 3 people. If you have less, that's fine. If I don't see anybody, if I don't see or hear any audience members, your speech will get an automatic 0. I have to see you presenting in front of other people. So the audience members, if you don't have any audience members, that's an automatic fail on the assignment. But the other things about your actual presentation, I'm looking for emotiveness with both your voice and your body language. So as you're talking, you have to sound like you care about what you're talking about. Even if you're using a manuscript style, like you still have to sound like you care about what you're talking about. It has to sound natural. So you have to sound into your topic, and in terms of body language, you also have to behave and act emotively. So noticing how I'm sort of like nodding my head and moving my hands for emphasis as I'm talking, because I'm gesticulating and I'm gesturing because I'm pointing to certain things on this sort of like on my presentation aid. In terms of the content, the speeches do have to be long enough. One of the things I've been noticing that some people's presentations aren't even meeting the time minimum. I'm kind of lenient on that, but like you have to hit at least like 5 minutes now. Like your presentations have to be at least 5 minutes, because it has to be substantive enough where it's that much. If it's like 2 minutes, like no, that's not even close to halfway through. So your speech content has to be substantive. It has to be long enough. You have to it has to be organized. So there has to be a beginning, an introduction, main points, and a conclusion, and you have to orally cite research. Some of you I've noticed in your that like you have research but it's in your script, but it's actually you don't actually say it out loud. You have to say it out loud. You have to orally cite the research that you conducted and then incorporate that by orally citing it in your presentations. So as you're presenting information, you have to orally, like you have to tell us where you're getting the information from. In terms of presentation aids, sort of something like I have right here, like I'm using this sort of like rubric as my presentation aid. Some of you who have been using like Google Slides or PowerPoint, which is great. Some of you have been using like physical papers. Some of you like have been using like your TVs or something, because like you'll connect your laptop to like your TV in your living room, and that's great. Some of you haven't been doing any of that. So one of the things about when you're giving a presentation for a college level public speaking class, you have to show presentation aids. Preferably, I want to see you using the presentation aids the entire time you are presenting. So I don't want to see you like bring up a prop for like 5 seconds and then put it away and then like you never use it again. So when I say presentation aids, I want to see the presentation aids used, so that way it helps the audience better understand, like, and follow along with the information and make your content more engaging. And it doesn't have to be visual. Some of you were talking about music therapy and everything like that. If you want to talk about sound, like if you talk about sounds, you can use sounds as a presentation aid. So one of you were talking about, a few of you were talking about like meditation and everything. If you want to have like that one bowl thing and like you use the rod to like rim the bowl and then it goes like a wah 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 sound, that sound can be a presentation aid. So just make sure you use presentation aids. And then lastly, I want you to give peer feedback to your classmates. So some of you just post your videos and then you don't reply. But again, the reason why your speeches are on discussion boards is because you're supposed to be giving feedback to your classmates. This is still a college class. There's an expectation of interaction that you have to do with your classmates. So you have to respond to at least 2 classmates. The more the better, but be supportive of feedback. Don't just post your thing or anything like that. And again, on the assignment, you'll see if I don't see any feedback that you gave anybody, I'll just give you like a 0 because that's an automatic deduction. So I'm at almost 7 minutes. Let me recap. So you're doing speeches either next week or this week. Just as a quick heads up, I am going to be more critical. I'm going to hold all of you to a higher standard in terms of your speech content. I want to see more audience members. I want to see at least 3 audience members. You need to sound like you care about what you're talking about. You have to act like you care about what you talk about. Your content of your speech has to be substantive. It has to be organized, and you have to cite research. You have to use presentations throughout your presentation, and you have to give supportive feedback to at least 2 of your classmates. That's pretty much it. I'll end things right here. As always, if you have any questions or comments or anything, message me on Canvas inbox. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Later.